That chalk tapping thing is kind of my way of punching myself in the face. If you ever see me doing that, you'll know that I'm not very happy with myself. In fact, I'm quite disappointed and kind of kicking myself. Have you ever had an easy run out and you're kind of, you shouldn't be doing this, but you're kind of frolicking through the meadow with glee? Well, and then you just kind of find a way to screw things up and make things very difficult, if not impossible, for yourself, and there you are left with the hogwash. I know you have, because all pool players have, and the greatest pool players in the world learn to never do this. That's why they always look like they're at a funeral until they finally get the cash. The great Hunter Lombardo once said, "Every single shot deserves equal respect," and he's absolutely right. Never take any shot, no matter how simple it seems, for granted. Never ever do that. Put complete focus on that shot. And I'm going to take it even further and say, don't celebrate anything until the cash is back in the safe at the hotel room. Let's take a minute and take a look at this run out. It's clear that there's way too many problems with the striped balls, so we're taking the solid balls because the only real problem we have is these two balls, the 1 and the 4 on the bottom short rail. To get back downtown and take care of those two balls, I'm using the 7 ball as a transition ball to get the right position on the 4 first, and then to get on the 1 and get back out center table for the 5 and then the 2 ball. So as we go through it, and in my head, it looks like this. But the plan goes awry, and here's where it went awry. So let's go back to that shot in the game and see what happens. And that doesn't look like much fun, so now we need to go back to a graphic and analyze the whole situation. So this is what we end up with, and if you take a look at the 5 ball and the 2 ball, which is there are only 2 balls left before the 8 ball, there's nothing. There's basically nothing. So players, what they wind up doing is they try something desperate and just try to hit the ball, or they'll play a safety and they'll screw that up. And if they practice anything at all, they'll go back to this shot right here and then practice what they didn't get right. Most players never go back and practice anything, but the point of playing good pool is to keep things simple and never get in this position. So the right thing to do is to go back to the 1 ball shot and figure out what you did wrong there, so you never ever again get in this position. And oftentimes you have to go back further than that in the shot before the 1 ball, because maybe you just got the wrong position on the 1 in order to fulfill that plan of coming off that rail before that 10 ball. So let's go back and look at the 1 ball shot again and analyze what went wrong. I can tell you that the shape on the 1 is fine. We shouldn't have had a problem with this. You have to put right hand English on this, and I did. I just didn't put enough, and I didn't spin it enough. The 1 ball, it's kind of a full hit, and it took all the English away from the cue ball, so there was no more spin on it when it hit that end rail. And that's why when it came off that first rail, it didn't spin to that first diamond where it should have. It spun more like to the second diamond, and that's what tied us up and screwed us up. So we have to spin this ball with right hand English enough to grab that rail there and send it in on this angle. If it doesn't have any right hand English after hitting that 1 ball, it's going to send it too far up table, and we get what we got there. So the best thing to do for your game is to take that shot, set any balls back up to where they were, and go ahead and shoot this over and over with different amounts of right hand English, and pay strict attention to the angle that that right hand English is putting on the cue ball coming off that first route. The basic gist of this video is on how to practice, and it's fine to just throw all the balls out on the table and practice and practice running out. But when you screw up, you have to stop everything and fix what you did wrong if you did anything wrong. Or if you have a good memory or you want to make a note of it and just go ahead and continue with the game and then set it up after the game, that would be cool too. Just don't forget to practice that shot. And not just once or twice, but 10 or 20 times in a row to doing it right until it's drilled in your head what you need to do on that shot.